see. I was happy to see Danielle and Sunny back in the vault lineup. Dawn a step closer to her vault, even though she missed. She made many in the warm-up, and that's encouraging to know that she's on her way, because those three are really crucial to what we're doing over there. Amber was out today. She had
let's talk about that.
A slight injury in the warm-up.
Okay.
Nothing that's going to hold her out all season, but you know, she hit her head on the beam, and that's something that we'd never mess with. But she'll be back next week. I'm not worried about it. Unfortunately, that hurt us on bars, especially, and a little bit on vault. So again, I think we're struggling with the fact that we kind of go in set with the lineup, and then it's changing, and really week to week we haven't had any consistency in our lineup between the injuries and illness. So we're going to keep working towards that. I thought beam, we did a really good job with our last four athletes, you know, stepping up and doing a great job there. So that's encouraging. I feel like we're on the right track there now. Floor was really disappointing tonight. Can't really say much more than that.
Okay.
Usual.
So yeah, let's go back to Amber Brewer. Like, what does that do to the team when things get
absolutely. I mean, we were finishing warming up, waiting to see what the trainer was going to do with her. Is she going to be cleared? Is she not? And then they said, no, she's not going to go today, and you have to shuffle around at the last minute. That's never healthy for your team, because mentally they're going in with a plan, with a lineup, and then to change the plan at the last minute. You know, of course they should be capable of making those changes, but for us, we've been doing this week after week after week, and it was disappointing. You know, we were finally going to have 6 up on every event, and then we lost that. So, but you know, next week we have that opportunity again, and we still have people getting healthier and coming back, and it's just been kind of the same old story week in, week out.
So how are you guys feeling as far as, do you still believe that you can get all the pieces together?
Absolutely. In fact, that's our huddle at the end of the meet. I said, you know, when you have so much negative feedback week after week after week, that you can't ask yourself, can we do this, and think no. You have to think yes. And the fact is that we can. I mean, we have the athletes to do it. Everybody's getting healthier, so we're actually on a good pace now. But I do think it's going to be trying to create some consistency in the lineups. I mean, we can't keep having changes all the time. We need to know who's going to be in and who's ready to go leading up into Max. But absolutely, I mean, the focus is still the Max Championship, and we're going in to do our very best there and go for a win there.
Senior Day,
Sure.
What kind of emotions does that bring?
Yeah, that's very emotional. I mean, knowing that the athletes are going to be competing in here for the last time, that was really tough when we got the news on Amber. I mean, she lost her senior day basically, and that was really hard, you know, to have to sit down and talk to her and say you're not going today. Yeah, that's very frustrating. But, you know, you want to see Casey do well, we want to see Lexi do well. They both did a decent job, and it's nice to see them end on a good note. They're a really great group, so I'll miss them, you know, a great deal.
And this week we talked about just a different way of coaching. Did you see any of the fruit of maybe being more supportive and that sort of thing?
Yeah, I think, you know, Beam, even though our first 2 got up and missed, the last 4 really did a good job, and I think that was a lot of this week we talked about believing what you could do, and we hit our lineup in practice on Wednesday, and I've been talking to them about, you know, you have to be able to do this in practice before you can expect to do it in the meet. So we got close. You know, again, we had to shuffle the lineup around a little bit there, and that was a little frustrating, but I do think individually we saw people step up and have good performances, and now we need to get the whole team there.
And any idea how you're going to get that done?
Again, it's going to be trying to get consistent lineups. You know, we've been through a lot. We had several out with sick this week. Lindsay Cook really didn't get a chance to train her usual amount, and Megan Harrington was sick. Monica was sick. I mean, they're all basically, you know, have been to see the doctor this week. It feels like at some point we're eventually going to have a week and a weekend where there's going to be no changes. And when we get to that, that'll be our week to hit.